How's it going, everyone? I'm Dustin with Hard Cruise Racing. I want to do a quick little walkthrough on our super budget Chrysler 300C. Now, I call this thing all sorts of things depending what day of the week it is. Sometimes I say it's a VIP style car. Sometimes I say it's my SHITBOX. Some days I say it's my American Racer. Some days I say it's who knows, okay? Who knows? It's my bougie boy. It's my slammy dude. I call it all sorts of things, and that makes people on the internet upset. Every time I say anything, it doesn't matter what I call it, I'm always told it ain't that. It can't be a VIP car, even though it's a slammed luxury car. It can't be a VIP car, all right? Because it's not Japanese, and that's only a Japanese culture thing. It can't be a JDM style because it's an American car, and it can't be whatever. It can't be. You know what, guys? I don't care. I don't care what you guys think it should or should not be called. You know what it is? It's my bougie baby, my super budget slammed out boy, and I'm having a great time with it. So, first and foremost, yes, I absolutely love Japanese VIP cars. Yes, I absolutely love things like Lexus LS300s and slammed out luxury cars. I'm very passionate about them. But I wanted to do something different, okay? One thing about car people, we like to do some weird things sometimes, and that's what this came down to. I wanted to do something different, but still in the style that I love the most. This started out as a cream color car. I only recently two-toned it, and that's because, well, to be quite frank with you, there's too many Chrysler 300s out there that are cream that look terrible. So I wanted to get the two-tone. I got the sides and the top, along with this little detail stripe down the front, but I wanted to get that two-tone in there. I really am happy with that. So let's go over the super budget. And if you don't follow our channel, you might not just know how super budget it is, but for everything that we've done in this car, there's probably a video for it. So first and foremost, the paint. That's Rust-Oleum rattle can, specifically lilac. It's paint splattered, if you look very closely, with pinks and greens and teals and all sorts of other colors. Now, I do own an industrial vinyl cutter, so I will be doing a 90s design, 90s inspired design down the side of this, which is going to be like the neon shapes and so on and so forth. I am a Freemason, so I'm very tempted to do like a Illuminati play on the 90s, like flip color neons, you know what I mean? So that might have to happen, but 90s style inspired car. The way I look at it is this is a car built in the thousands style, how we shitbox cars in the thousands, if you remember that era. So imagine being a fan of the 90s, built in the thousands. That's what we're going for here. Stock wheels with spacers. You can see the spacers really bring them out. Rattle canned. I'm okayly happy with the outcome of those, okay? I think they look nice. There's a little bit of a tint difference between the front and rear because I painted the front and rears at different times. So the rears have had time to bake in the sun and fade. The fronts have not yet, and they have a little bit redder tone to them. I like the fronts better than I like the rears. It is what it is. I've also carried that color up through the mirrors, which that one got messed up when I was painting, whatever. Through the hood bezel up there, the intake bezel, and into the rear of the car. I really believe in taking a color design and really transferring it through the whole car, as you'll see. So, while we're down here, side skirts, $17 for both sides. $17. Those are rain gutters. And no, I am not joking. If you take a look, actual rain gutters. I trimmed out the back, and they are low. Okay, they are low. Now the car itself is actually very low. We cut springs both front and rear, and it's lower than I want it to be honest with you. It's really hard to see. This is the original body under here. The original body is right here, and the frame is about that low. And as we get to the front and the rear, you'll really be able to see just how low it is. I've bottomed out on little lips on driveways and all sorts of insanity because it's just simply a little too low. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if we can see how low it is. Here's the front. Can we get down low enough? Can we see under there? It's like an inch, maybe, if I'm lucky. Okay, it's low. I've cut the springs, I cut them all equal. Well, I cut the fronts equal and the rears equal, and they didn't end up equal. The one side, the passenger side, is just a little lower than the driver's side. Is what it is. It's fun, right? So, again, like I said before, I believe in taking paint colors and designs all the way through the whole car. Will you move, cat? So, down the hood, up into the top. It all looks nice and equal. So, again, as we come around to this side, you can see just how low it really is. You really don't get a sense of like low. Like there we go. Pretty much sitting it on the ground, okay? Again, lower than I want it to be. Cut springs, have fun, slam it, right? Exhaust wise, took out the rear mufflers. I need to take out the fronts. It's got a nice roar to it. Honestly, if you open it up, it really sounds good. But how obnoxious everything else is, it's not obnoxious enough, if you know what I mean. So, again, we can take a step back and really see how it came out. Pretty happy with it. Going back up to the, well, interior-wise, absolutely nothing done. Nothing done in the interior yet. Ironically, I do custom upholstery for a living. Did nothing to my upholstery. The hood, literally just cut and vented. Like, if you get close, it's not the greatest work that was ever done. It's cut and vented. Matter of fact, I ran out of trim over here. It's just cut and vented. Intake is PVC. And no, I'm not joking. Like, the remaining PVC is right here. It's 3-inch PVC running from the original intake slot up to that cone filter that comes out the hood. It's just PVC. Don't overthink it, guys. Now, it is true that I did not paint this side yet. I painted this side and not this side. When I painted this side, I got overspray under the frame, which I did not want. And so I was going to take the front bumper off and paint it. And I got busy, and now it's cold out, so I haven't done it yet. But I do need to paint that and finish that off. Absolutely a must. And I'm absolutely behind on that. It does have a Hemi in it. And originally I was going to take the cover off, but I kind of like that when you get up in there, you can see the little Hemi in there. Kind of like that. It's like that little hidden thing. Like, if we're going to build a dumb car, make it performance-wise, right? So, I don't think there's much more I can say about that right now. Spacers, cut springs, rain gutter side skirts, rattle can, vented hood with a Harbor Freight cutoff wheel, PVC intake, cone. I do have cheap Amazon LEDs, amber LEDs to go through the whole car. They're in here somewhere. But I've built a switch panel for that, and now I just need to hook those LEDs up. Stepping into my garage, as a matter of fact, here's that switch panel. It's up in the old headlight, or the old sunglasses dispenser. You know, like this sits up here and it pops down to see if your sunglasses in there. So I hooked up switches, wired those all in nice. So I do need to run the wiring up to there, and this will clip up in there nice. These have little covers. I don't know why I like the covers. Just thought they were neat. So you'll be able to open them up and turn them back off. But again, we're going for a 90s inspired car. So it's true. I do need the ridiculous Need for Speed looking inner glow, underbody glow, and like all the other stupidity stuff like in the hood and so on. I don't know why I have 3 switches yet. One will definitely be underbody and one will definitely be interior. I might do a separate one for under the hood. Probably, okay? And if anyone's ever curious, the way I have this wired up is you have a positive lead coming in, which goes to all of our positive terminals. I have a negative lead because these do light up. All these switches have LEDs on the ends, so you have to run positive through it. I know with regular toggles, you could either ground the negative or the positive. These are absolutely, you have to have positive running them through them, so that way you have the light, and you actually have to have a ground and your positive going out. So I have a positive source to the one side of all, which would be 12 volts, and then I'll have these going to my individual light sources. So one will go to underbody lights, which will all be linked in a series. One will go to underhood, and so on and so forth. I'll do a video on that as well. But This is my basic light setup that'll be hanging inside the car. I do need to do more to the interior. Like I said before, I own a custom upholstery shop. I do custom upholstery for a living. Like there's an industrial sewing machine right next to me, and you know, I do work for custom lowriders and gyms and all sorts of stuff. So I do need to build custom interior for that car. It just hasn't come up. I have other things I'm going to work on. And right now I just got a whole bunch of parts together to build a lowrider. So I don't know if it's going to be the priority. I got a lowrider to build this winter, and I got a race truck that I got to get done for next season, which we're redoing the whole thing. We're doing a whole new design and a lot of new parts in it. So I have a lot of work for the winter that needs done. So we'll see if the Chrysler comes out. Needless to say, I can drive it right now, and that's the important part. It just wasn't together to drive for a long time. If you have any more questions about the Chrysler, let me know. I am going to keep doing more videos on it. I want to keep showcasing what we're doing for it, because in my opinion, it's the way cars should be built. I'm building it out of my brain. I'm building it out of my house with my hands, and if I want something to be done better, I will go buy the tools and do that. I'm like a trained painter, like I've worked as an automotive painter, and yet I'm still rattle canning parts because it's fun, guys. If I go take a car right now, and other day I lost a side skirt going to a show, off into the field, turned around, grabbed it, kept going, had a great time. I'm all for building expensive cars. I have expensive cars, and just having something that's so low budget that you don't care what happens to it really, it's great. It's the best feeling I haven't felt in a long time. I haven't felt this way in like 15 years of building cars. I have not felt the way I feel right now, where I'm just having fun. Okay, it's more like 10. Okay, 10 years, last 10 years, I haven't felt this excited about not caring what anyone else thought and just having fun and just building cool things. So get out there and build cool things. Tag me in HC and hashtag HC Racing. Go find us on Facebook and let me know if you're going to go to a show or event. I'm going to come out and have fun. I'm going to go cruising. I'm going to go get ice cream and tea and coffee and whatever else you guys want to do around my area. Let's go do it and have a great time. Get out there, build cool things, and most importantly, have yourself a good day.